Hey,
Keep it up.
hey.
Last thing right here.
Game's not over yet. Let's go. Give them all you got, all the way to the end. Let's go. All you got. Let's go.
Hi, the fans hoping maybe a comeback here. Get this game some life. It's 6-2, Georgia leading Hawaii. And now here is our Kellogg's Frosted Flakes Teamwork Play of the game.
As this wild pitch occurs for the second run crossing the plate, our pitcher knows that this isn't really your fault. You haven't been back here in a long time. Hang in there.
It's been a tough day, probably more so from the frustration offensively than it has been, pitching. That was the third catcher, and that probably affected a little bit, but they have to be kind of curious about the fact that they only have 2 hits in this game.
And Georgia only has 3, but
exactly.
The catching has really been a problem, and that'll be rectified before next game.
This is Pool A. Ohio earlier today beat New Jersey 16-6. They jumped out to a huge lead. New Jersey tried to come back, but to no avail. So Ohio advances as a winner. They'll play Monday 6 Eastern on ESPN2. The elimination bracket already has New Jersey in it. And, of course, the loser of this game, they'll play Tuesday, 4 o'clock Eastern time on ESPN. The loser of that game between New Jersey and the loser here will have no chance to win the 2010 Little League World Series. The winners a couple of days ago, Connecticut and Texas. So they will play tonight, Eastern time, Sunday night, I should say, on ESPN2. And our game tonight, Washington and Minnesota, is a big one because the loser really effectively sees their Little League World Series experience as far as hoping to win it, and 2 losses and you cannot win the Little League World Series. They are guaranteed to play a 3rd game against an international team. Tyler Kushima is back. He is batting. He was a starter. So he's up trying to get things going here for Hawaii, their last chance.
They need base runners. He's taken a strike all the way here, leading off this inning. He's got the 3-0. Got to count to 3-0, so he's 1 pitch away from leading it off. 4 runs down, need base runners.
Oh, there you go. There's your first one as he celebrates. Tyler Kushima is on. And now the big Thunder, Noah Shackles, who's the starting pitcher, comes up. Kind of waited to get on track. It hasn't been a great regional, and certainly not a great start to today for Shackles. He got hit by a pitch in the first. Will come back over to the pitcher, and now his 3rd at bat. Here's a strike. How come the final outs are always the toughest no matter what level you're at? The last 3 outs, unless, of course, you have that Mariano Rivera guy. But other than that, it seems really hard.
I think they are a little different. Everyone's just trying a little harder. The hitters are concentrating. The pitcher's usually thinking about the 3rd out instead of thinking about the pitch that he needs to make. And that's a very distracting place to be.
So Hawaii is on a 13-game win streak here in Williamsport, which is the winningest, the longest ever for a state. Second longest. Chinese Taipei won 31 in a row. From 70 to 82, 31 in a row here in Williamsport. They came and they just dominated.
And then something changed, and you didn't hear about them for 10 years. Now they're back this year with a very good team.
The 1-2 pitch to on the way. Ground ball, second base. They'll go to the shortstop and throw it into the outfield. And as a result, Kushima goes into 3rd, and the first mistake of the day for Georgia.
Basically a physical and mental mistake with a 4-run lead. You want to just get outs in this situation. There are no outs. As this ball is fielded, he should have been thinking about going to first base. Instead, he made a very difficult 360 turn and threw it much too hard to the shortstop. Goes to left field, and now it's 1st and 3rd. 2 base runners on. They need 4 runs here to tie it. And they're halfway there with base runners.
Number 8 is Matt Campos. He'll come up with men on the corners. See what Hawaii's got in store here right in that 13-game winning streak. Any chance for a little 6th-inning magic? The infield is just straight away. They're playing back. Not worried about any type of bunt here, but a slowly hit ground ball could result in a run and 2 men on. Curveball is high.
Got to go with the fastball here. He's got to throw that fastball away and work the strike zone, get it out. Don't be too cute.
1-2. Did he check his swing? The appeal down to first here. He calls him out on a check swing.
That ball's outside by about 6 inches, and I think he went. I think the umpire once again has the right call, even though I have no idea what the ruling is on a swing or not a swing. Does it mean it's in front of the plate, out in front of his hands? Does he break his wrist? What exactly is a swing when a hitter's trying to check it? It's not defined in the rule book, so I have no idea. The umpire first had an idea, though. He called him out. Strike 3.
Dane Canachero. You see the corner of your screen there at first base. Noah Shackles trying to entice a throw down there. Little League different from the major leagues. You can't lead. You can't even leave the base until the ball reaches the batter. Foul ball.
And the first base umpire has that full responsibility to watch the ball past the batter and watch the runner at first at the same time. If he leaves too soon, he actually has a red flag in his pocket that he drops on the ground to indicate he left too soon.
There's your batting and base running rules. Canachero slowly hit to short, to second for one. That's all they're going to get. A little takeout slide there by Shackles. And you saw he goes in feet first. One of the rules in base running, you can't go in head first.
You know, interestingly, talking to the players, some of the things they wish could be changed in Little League. One is this head-first slide. Another is they wish that they could be out on deck, swinging the bat and getting loose before they get into the box, instead of being in the dugout and waiting. As Shackle came into second base, he came in taking a little of his frustration out on the second baseman who's receiving the ball from the shortstop.
Justice Nakagama, the last chance for Hawaii right now. And the first pitch is in. Troy Gilliland came on in relief of Jacob Pate. And both pitchers have been very effective today, with only 2 hits allowed to this Hawaii team. Pitch fouled back. Disa is 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. The rest of the team is hitless and has struck out 7 times. The strike here ends the game. Justice Nakagama. Strike 3. It's all over. Georgia wins. Good game, Mike. Teams celebrate, handshakes. 13-game winning streak here at Williamsport is over for the team from Hawaii. And what a pitching performance from Jacob Pate and Troy Gilliland. Pate gave up just 1 hit. Gilliland did the same thing, gives up just 1 hit. Georgia's offense was enough. They really benefited late in the game from some wild pitches and pass balls, and early in the game a couple of walks really hurt Hawaii as well. So Columbus Northern Little League victor in their first game, and Ohio and Georgia in good shape as they both move on as winners. New Jersey and Hawaii will play for the right to continue the dream. which is to win the 2010 Little League World Series. And to put it out, New Jersey, Hawaii. New Jersey wins that game. They will get the loser of the winners game between Ohio and Georgia. So it's just like the College World Series now, the format here in 2010. We'll come back here and discuss what else is going to be going on today, tonight, here in Williamsport. Jubilation for Georgia as they start things off in 2010 the way they have so many times here with a victory. Bobby V and I back. This message and a word from our ABC stations with Georgia out of the southeast, knocking off Hawaii out of the west, 6-2.